All right, guys, in 16 hours, Raid Shadow Legends is going to have the biggest event they've ever had. Champion Training Tournament with Krisk, Mashald, Mountain King, and Royal Guard as the first place brackets, depending on your level. We don't know exactly how it's organized yet, but I want to know from you guys before we jump into the math behind this, some theory crafting, I guess. What do you think the #1 global person is going to get? For some comparison, for some perspective, during the Sir Nick training event 2 Christmases ago, the #1 person got 209,000 points. So what do you guys think for this event? For Krisk, what do you think they're going to get? Leave it down below. I'm curious what you guys think. I was guessing about 500,000 points before doing this math, but after seeing this math, I'm almost thinking a little bit higher than that. 500,000 points, even in and of itself, sounds insane. But let's jump into the math, see some examples, and I want to hear from you guys as well. Hope you all enjoy this video. I'm looking forward to this champion training event, and it's going to be an interesting week, if nothing else. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing great. So I hope you've spent some time with your families as well, because this next week, if you're planning on winning the champion training tournament, you probably won't be spending time with your family, right? I mean, you got 7 days of hardcore grinding. And what I want to do in this video is basically figure out, which I've already done the math behind it. So I want to show you guys what I've figured out to be how much energy, how much gems, how much money you would need to spend if you wanted to take Fellhound, who is a 5-second campaign farmer, and run him from the very start of this event to the very end of the event nonstop. How much money would that cost, right? I'm curious. Now, that's not realistic. 5 seconds nonstop for the entire event, nobody's going to do that. Your PC could go down. There could be an update for Raid. You have to feed your champions. You have to put your champions in there. So it's unrealistic. I wanted to see what the highest amount of points somebody could get would be, but that's also very difficult to figure out. If anybody has an idea of how you could actually go about figuring that out, let me know. I would be more than happy to know. But the issue with it is because I don't know how many brews people have. Champions, you can figure out an unrealistic estimation, right? Like if you fully brewed a rank 6 champion from level 1 to 60, you had unlimited brews, unlimited rank 6 champions level 1. That would be the absolute max amount of points, but there's no way to do that. That's literally impossible for anybody to do, even if you had unlimited amount of money, because you have to pull legendary champions and it just wouldn't work, right? So what I've done is I've broken this math down. Let's take a look at it. So 604,800 seconds per week. That's what we're going to be working with here, because the event is going to be 1 week long. So with that said, 5 seconds per run, Fellhound, like I just mentioned. Fellhound's a fast campaign farmer. We're doing Brutal 12-3. You could do Nightmare, but all the information here is going to be Brutal 12-3. I know Nightmare is going to be giving you more experience, but Brutal is what we're doing here. So 8 energy a run in Brutal 12-3. We have 130 energy per refill at level 60 plus. So all of this is going to be assuming you're level 60 or higher, because if you're level 55, you're only going to have 125 energy, which definitely changes this a lot, because energy refills wouldn't be 130. So that's going to be a consistent throughout all of this. And then we have 40 gems per refill, 604,000 divided by 5, which is the amount of time it takes Fellhound to run the campaign, 120,000 runs in 7 days. 120,000, basically 121,000 runs in 7 days. That is absolute insanity. I'm curious if anybody's actually going to do that. I can't imagine, but I guess we'll see through the rest of this math, right? 120,000 runs at 8 energy a run, you're going to need almost 1 million energy, 967,000 energy. I put myself on this side of the screen so you guys can actually see this, and now I'm covering up the information I laid out. But here we go. I put it in an Excel sheet. I had it in this notepad, but I figured this was too ugly to read, so I moved it over here, guys. For your viewing pleasure, I made it hopefully easier. All right, so we're going to make it full screen now so you guys can see it a little bit better. But 967,000, almost 1 million energy needed. How many refills would that be? 7,444 energy refills. It was actually like 43 point something, but 44 is the better number. So a number of gems, 297,760 gems needed. My free-to-play account, I think we're a little ways off from that, but I've actually seen people's accounts with more gems than that. So this isn't a insane, unrealistic number whatsoever. Now that amount of gems, assuming you had 0 gems, 0 refills, and you had to go into the shop, and if you absolutely had to go in here, you had to scroll over to the bank. See, I don't even know where it's at, but this pack right here, the 4,200 gems for $100, you would have to buy 71 of those, okay, which would be $7,100. Now, you could basically look at this as paying out $42 every hour for the entire week. Now, if this was a job, how much money would you be paying Plarium to do work for them basically? 7,100 divided by 40, basically $178 an hour. That's a pretty good income, I'd say, Plarium. You're gonna be making that from every person who does this. Now, obviously, you're not gonna be getting all your energy, all your gems from that one place. You're gonna be getting your daily energy refills. I didn't factor those in. I didn't do nothing like that. But if you were to just buy the good deal energy packs, which are like the one that's currently in the shop, the trainer pack is a really good deal, I'd say. A lot of these trainer packs have not been that good, but this one's pretty good. But if you buy things like this, the energy is like 0.044 per energy. I think I've seen some of them like just 0.03, but $4,200 would be the range there. What a good deal, right? You're almost half price from this one. Now, if you do like the most optimal stuff, I imagine you could get this stuff for $3,000, $3,500, somewhere around there. I mean, if you're doing the daily gym pack, you've saved it up, people can definitely have the resources to do this. And when you break it down to this level, it definitely lowers the overall amount of whaling needed to actually do campaign nonstop for 7 days straight. Now, keep in mind, brews are going to be faster to get experience than campaign. So while campaign's going to be amazing, you're going to have other options, and you're not going to be able to do it consistently because you're going to have to go in here, feed your champions. So I didn't factor any of that in. It's all based on the 5-second farming. So let's go down here. This is going to be all the campaign assumptions. Now, this part up here, this is all solid information, right? All this information is not going to be changed. This is how much it would cost. If you just wanted to go straight for nonstop Chapter 12 Stage 3 from the start of the event to the end of the event, you had maximum efficiency, didn't have to feed anything, 5 seconds, you were on top of your game, it's going to cost $7,100. Now, picking out good deals, maybe you get it for $3,000. Realistically, you're not going to be able to do this. But let's say you did all that. How many points could you get from this tournament? What would be the upper limit of somebody in this event? What's to be expected, right? What can we see from the global leaderboards in, I guess, next Monday, which I'm hoping is not going to be crazy because, man, I'm not trying to go super hard. So if you got 10,383 experience per champion in your campaign, so if you go over here to the campaign, just for an idea, this guy's not gaining any experience. These people are each gaining 10,383, assuming you have two things and you guys want to make sure you have these, okay? If you're going to push the experience boost as well as this raid card, which is actually not available on Plarium Play. So if you guys don't know this, the raid card, I believe, gives you like 10% extra experience from campaign, maybe a little bit more, I forget, but go on Bluestacks. I'll leave a link to Bluestacks down below, but go on Bluestacks, go on your mobile device, whatever it is, buy the raid card. It's like $10, but that's going to possibly make a difference, especially if you're running a campaign a ton. That's literally going to give you 10% extra experience. I think that's what it is. It's been so long since I've had the raid card, but you definitely want to download that and use that. I make all my purchases on Bluestacks anyways under the Google Play Store because I get the points back. I can redeem it for energy in the future. So that's a good idea no matter what, but definitely keep that in mind. You do want the raid card if you're going to take this serious, right? If you're already buying energy, go ahead, buy the raid card. 120,000 runs of 12-3 Brutal. That sounds like a nightmare. 12-3 Brutal, 120,000 runs. So if you're doing all rank 6 champions, which this is not efficient, right? This is not efficient whatsoever. If you had all rank 6 champions from level 1 to 60, they're going to need 2 million experience, more or less. Champions from rank 1 to 10 are going to need 22,000. So what I wanted to do here was take the high end, which is rank 6 from 1 to 60, and then the low end, rank 1, 1 to 10. And then I did what would be like the more efficient route. Rank 6 would be the most efficient. This would be like the most efficient and I guess realistic number, being rank 5 champions from 1 to 25, because rank 6 champions, you're not going to have a ton of those. Rank 5 champions, if you really saved, you could have a lot of these champions, but you're going to see in these maths down here, you're going to need a lot of these champions to really do this. So right here, we have 10,000. This is the amount of experience you're going to be getting each run. So you're going to have 31,000 experience over the course of those 3 champions. Total is going to be like 42,000, but your farmer champions not going to be getting any experience. So 31,000 is what we're going to be working off of. So this first one, 120,000 runs times 31,000 experience is going to be, what is this number? This is like Jeff Bezos numbers here. 3,767,783,040 experience. It's a lot of experience earned. So that's over the course of your entire farming of the entire week. So how does that break down on rank 6 champions? So that's going to be right here. So rank 6 champions, you're going to have a total of 1,873 champs from level 1 to level 60. Obviously, that's unrealistic because you would literally be feeding your rank 6 champions to each other because you only have, what, 800 champion storage spots max, 400 in the vault and 400 in the regular storage. Literally impossible. So that's going to be 187,000 times 59. 59 is the number of levels you get. So level 1, obviously you're not getting a level from that. 1 to 60, you're going to have 59 levels in between, which is going to be 110,000 levels in total. Times that by 8, which is the amount of points you get per level when you're at rank 6. Over here, you can see that information is right here. So level upgrades at rank 6 is going to be 8 per level. So we come over here, and that's going to be a total of 884,000 max points. So if you did this during this entire event, just rank 6 champions, you would have 884,000 points. Absolute insanity. If you do the same thing with level 1 champions or rank 1 champions, you're going to have a total of 165,000 champions. I've seen people with a lot of mystery shards, but I think this is impossible. Now the points are a lot more. However, you only get 1 point per level, but you're getting 1.4 million, almost 1.5 million champion training points. Obviously, there's gonna be a big difference between rank 1s and rank 6s, because rank 1s, you don't have the huge inefficiency like you do with rank 6s. Once you get to like level 40 and so on and so forth, doing 12-3, you gotta do several runs to actually get 1 level. So those 8 points drastically fall off. The ideal situation would be rank 6, 1 run of brutal, feed the champion, get a new rank 6, right? You'd have like 20 million points, but I didn't do the math on that. So 1.5 million points. Let's go to rank 5. This is like the range of like max efficiency, unrealistic still, because you would need 36,000 champions. Literally impossible, okay? 36,000 champs from level 1 to 25. Rank 5, leveling from 1 to 25 in the campaign. The experience, boom, the levels, 24 levels. You get 6 points per level 5, per rank 5 champion you take through the campaign. That would lead to 5.2 million points. The reason why I wanted this number is because I wanted to see the upper end of this total equation, right? I wanted to see what kind of like the high would be. I wanted to see kind of what the low would be with the rank 6 champions. I don't know exactly what they would be, but if we had all these numbers together and took the average or the mean, I guess, of all these numbers, we would have 2.5 million points. I don't think anybody's going to get 2.5 million points. If we were to drop this outlier of the 5.2, we would see, let's go ahead and break this down. 1489824 plus 884056 divided by 2, 1.1 million points. I do think this could be possible. So at the beginning of the video, I said I thought 500,000 points would be what the, I guess, upper echelon, like the number 1 person. Before I did any of this math, I thought 500,000 points was going to be what's to be expected, right? 500,000 points, that's a lot of points. But after doing this math and realizing that, to be honest, I've seen some whale accounts that could definitely pull this off. I've seen some people who definitely have the energy, the gems to do this. I've seen accounts with 100,000 energy just sitting there. That's already a 1/9 of the way, well, I guess a 1/10 of the way to the amount of energy you need. Not counting their gems. They have tons of gems. They have a lot of energy in their inbox. I don't know how many chickens and stuff they have saved up, because if you have nowhere to dump that energy to get experience, you're not going to have any benefit, right? And if you're just opening mystery shards, you're limited on what you can get, which is another thing. If you're doing this, you're going to have to feed your champions. The numbers we have here are going to probably be impossible, I'd say. A lot of people are going to put up a lot of points in the beginning, but then as it goes on, it's probably going to drop off. Now, this 1.1 million number, I think could be possible. If somebody got 1.1 million points, it would be very, very surprising. I don't expect it to happen, but it's possible, right? I mean, we've seen with Sir Nick 200,000 points. Krisk is much, much more valuable. He's also, we've had a lot more time to prepare. People have a crazy amount of resources saved up. The issue isn't going to be the ability to whale, because this number, while it seems crazy high, $7,100 for people to buy Krisk isn't insane, because people have spent more money than that to not have a Krisk. My account spent more money than that, doesn't have a Krisk. So to see somebody, I've seen people spend more money than that to get specific champions like Trunda during a 2x event and still not get those champions. So seeing this number, for some people is like, that's insane. For me, that's insane. But some people are like, oh, we got clearance sell for Krisk today. I'm gonna go ahead and get him. So they're gonna dump the energy in there. They're gonna dump their money, dump the gems, so on and so forth, no problem. But the issue arises when you ran through all your 5-star champions. This is not a good account to give the example on, but when you ran through all your 5-star champions, when you ran through all your chickens, when you ran through all of your resources, you're eventually going to get to the point where you have to use your mystery shards. Some people have thousands and thousands of mystery shards, but as you've seen, if you wanted to do just rank 1 champions from level 1 to level 10, you're going to need 165,000 champions. If you want to click the summoning portal that many times, what, I guess like 16,000 times, something like that. Oh my gosh. 165,000 divided by 10. So 16,000 times. That is a lot of clicking this summoning portal. But hey, if you're dedicated, if you want Krisk, if you want carpal tunnel, maybe that's what you do. Maybe that's what it takes. Krisk, you get Krisk. So carpal tunnel and bankruptcy for Krisk. Is it worth it? I don't know, guys. You let me know in the comment section below. But thank you all very much for watching. This is just a little interesting concept that I thought was interesting. So I figured I'd share with you guys to see if maybe some of you were curious as well. But I guess we'll see. Time will tell what truly comes out of this event. Maybe all those numbers are way overshot. 1,000,000 points, I think, is on the high end. 500,000 points is what I originally thought. I'm going to guess 750,000 points being what the #1 person on the global leaderboards gets. So let's see how it looks when this actually ends. At the end of the event, we can come back and see who was right. So whoever was right, or whoever was closest, I'll try to pin you to the top of the comments. So with that said, guys, thank you all very much for watching the video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.